The Sportsman's Table is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. Whether you live in South Carolina or out of state, be sure to buy South Carolina grown meats, vegetables, and fruits. Make sure your food is South Carolina certified. It's a matter of taste.
Joining me today in downtown Florence at the City Center Market Kitchen is Chef Jonathan Polson with Victor's Restaurant, a mainstay, a landmark here in downtown Florence. Jonathan, I got to tell you, it's a pleasure to have you here as a guest chef on the show today, but I'm really excited about the recipe. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's good to be here, Bob. Thank you for having us, and thank you for showcasing Florence. We're going to do a very, very, very simple peach cobbler for you guys. It's something anybody could do at home. Very simple ingredients, very easy procedure. What I'm going to do is I've got about 3 cups of chopped peaches. I'm going to add those to the pan with about a tablespoon of butter.
Now, you know, I have to tell you, Jonathan, I believe I've ever seen a cobbler started in the frying pan.
Yeah,
okay?
What we're going to do is we're going to try to get a little caramelization on these peaches real quick.
I got you.
We're actually going to then deglaze them with a little bit of bourbon once we get down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, whiskey's always good.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes the edge off.
With it. You can't really go wrong
There
with
you go. Now, you guys, you have this at Victor's. You're a landmark, okay? 20 plus years in downtown Florence?
That's correct.
Yeah.
We've been in Florence for about 20 years. We're currently located in downtown Florence. We are in the lobby of Hotel Florence, and we've been there about 7 years now.
Wow.
So it's nice to be downtown. It's nice to see the growth going on down here as well.
Yeah, man.
So once that butter kind of incorporates a little bit, we're going to add a few more ingredients. We're going to add some brown sugar.
Okay.
We're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. We're going to add a pinch of salt.
Just got to have a little bitterness to it.
A little bit.
Now, folks, if you want a copy of Jonathan's recipe and more about Victor's, just log on to bobredfern.com and we'll have it posted right there under the Sportsman's Table. Oh, man, I tell you what, there's folks love fresh peach cobbler.
Yeah, and it's a great mainstay here in South Carolina. You know, technically we're not the peach state, but I think a lot of people in South Carolina, including the Department of Agriculture, would argue that maybe we are the peach state.
I think so, okay? I think peach for peach. I think we produce more peaches than Georgia.
We do.
Look at that. Oh, man, the flames.
So yes, we're going to put a little bit of flame on there, and be careful. You can see I almost burned myself, even as experienced as I am. And what we're going to do is we're just going to let that simmer just a little bit, just to cook some of the alcohol out of it. That way, you know, we know it's safe for your kids.
Yeah.
Safe for your granny. Everybody can have a little bit of whiskey,
folks,
and it'll be all right.
And I tell you what, on Jonathan's behalf, okay, bourbon is for cooking, not for drinking, okay? So just remember that. There you go.
So we're just going to let that reduce down just a little bit. Once it reduces by about half and kind of makes a little syrup on it, we're going to cut it off, and we're just going to let it cool for a minute while we mix up our cobbler batter. All right, Bob, very simple cobbler recipe. This is basic 1-to-1-to-1 ratio, 1 cup flour, 1 cup sugar.
Oh, wow.
And 1 cup of milk.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of melted butter in there because we are in the South and everything needs butter.
Listen, it always gets better with butter.
Now we're just going to whisk this up real lightly just to get some of the main lumps out of it. If it is a little lumpy still, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And Bob, as I pour this over here, if you don't mind just grabbing each one and throw them in the oven for me.
Oh, I'll do it.
We're going to cover them just to the rim of these little pans that I have here.
All right, I can do that in a heartbeat. That is something I can do. Now, I can't cook, but I sure can eat, and I can help. All right. Man, that's awesome. Look at that. Now, how long are they going to stay in there?
They're going to go in for about 20 minutes, or at least until the center is nice and firm. You just don't want it to be liquidy anymore.
All right, Jonathan, I'll do my part here, Bo.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and bring them on over to the table because everybody knows you can't have cobbler without a little bit of ice cream on top.
Without ice cream. Golly.
Woo. So we're going to finish these off just like that.
Yep. Get a little bit of that heat in the backdrop.
And right there we have Bourbon Peach Cobbler a la mode.
Delicious. Jonathan, thank you so much for being
sir.
our guest chef today.
It's a pleasure being here
I
today,
really
sir.
appreciate it so much. And folks, listen, if you're in downtown Florence in the beautiful state of South Carolina and you want to test more of these great recipes, come on down to downtown Florence here at the City Center Market. Victor's will be right there. And I tell you what, And if you also want to check on what's fresh on the menu, log on to CertifiedSCGrown.com and see it for yourself. And we'll be right back here again next week with another great recipe on the Sportsman's Table.
To find out more information on food that's fresher and tastier, go online at CertifiedSCGrown.com. Buy certified South Carolina grown products. It's a matter of taste.